Did the Niners get better or worse? We don't have to necessarily go through their transactions. We know them.
Everyone knows.
Yeah. Who did they add? They added Mack and Ebicom, essentially. And Marquise Lee. Don't forget. Benny Fowler. Yeah. Wayne Gallman.
Their whole thing is, right, they're banking on that they're not going to have these injuries again, right? Isn't that essentially what they're doing?
Yeah.
I say if they're healthy, then I think they're probably good. But if they're not, and I don't foresee them having as many injuries as they did last year, but I'm pretty sure that they'll probably have a couple players that are injured. I mean, injured guys get injured. I mean, if you have enough of them on your team, just the probability says that X percent are going to be injured. I mean, they aren't they? The stats say they're like in the top 5 most injured team in the last decade.
8 years, top 10, last 8 years. Yeah, each of the last 8 years.
And they're not gonna fix that over 1 year. It's a big roster transition. You have to draft like they did this year. Would you care about injury stats of players and medicals? You have to draft like that for a good 3 years, at least 2 years, 3 years.
That's right.
And then not only draft, but free agency and all of that, right? Like they paid attention to D Ford's knee.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be in the place they are with him.
Yeah. I don't think the Niners got better this offseason. I mean, I think they kind of treaded water like the Seahawks. They lost Kendrick Bourne and Akello Witherspoon. They added Samson Ebicom and Alex Mack. I think that's, 6-1, half dozen the other. Kind of, you didn't get better, you didn't get worse. Already have a very good roster when healthy. I kind of see the Niners in the same boat as the Seahawks. They changed a little bit, but they're basically the same.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But with them, I think because of their injury issues, it could go either way.
Yeah, right? Of course. Also, if Trey Lance is special, then that's a huge addition.
Yeah,
we don't know what to make of that right now.
No.
Okay, so we say Rams slightly worse, Cardinals slightly better, Niners and Seahawks basically the same. So how would you rank the rosters right now before we go?
I would go Hawks, Niners, Cards, Rams.
Rams last. Interesting.
Yeah,
that could be.
They have some really high level players, right? So
Ramsey
at his position, and Donald's the best at his position. But then after that, like, 2 players don't make it a football team,
right?
And
Cooper Kupp isn't that great.
I don't think Stafford is special.
I don't think he is either.
The quarterback. I don't think he's a special quarterback.
I don't think he's.
Yeah, so I don't think he can make up with all the losses. Now, watch, Sean McVay and all that pull a safety out of nowhere, and he'll have 8 picks next year. But from what it seems like, I see the Rams taking a step back, but I do think this division is going to be tough. I do think it's really tough. I think you might see a really tight division race between all those teams. But the Seahawks, I think, still have the inside track, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, they have they're the one team in this division with a Hall of Fame quarterback, so that always gives them a leg up.
Yeah, especially when you have it close, when you have rosters that are that close, the quarterback is going to put you over the top, or really give you the inside track. Now, if Lance ends up being special and the Niners can load that roster and do what the Seahawks did back when Harbaugh was there with young quarterback and just load the roster, now they could have an opportunity to own the division for a couple of years.